What's going on, guys? How are we all doing? Yeah, today I am doing something to the E46 as per usual. No, it hasn't broken for a change. Today I'm doing a big brake upgrade on it. So it's big for what I have and what I've been running for a little while, which has been the 318 2-litre standard front brakes, and they're not the greatest in the world, but they stop the car, but it's just not. But yeah, all I've done so far is I've already done, let me just show you, I've already done the passenger side, as you can see. Nice, shiny but rusty, brand new discs, brand new pads, and then obviously the calipers. I've also put a braided line on as well, and that's the old shit setup. That is, I'll do a size comparison actually. Yeah, so that it's quite the to be fair, the calipers don't look that different, as I would expect. But yeah, this is just a cheap and easy upgrade. I mean, my wife bought me these for my birthday. A friend of mine, it was 160 quid. That was only wanted it for new discs and pads, so I didn't have to bother. So yeah, all it basically is I wanted to do this upgrade for a little while, and I've been a bit procrastinating a little bit, trying to getting myself to do it and being motivated, and with lockdown and everything it's been a bit of an issue, but nevertheless here we are and we're doing it. So yeah, all you need to do, jack your car up, take your wheel off, and in my case my 10mm spacer, which I put copper grease on it and it's still f***ing seized on there, but oh well. Yeah, you'll have two 16mm bolts that hold the caliper and the carrier on. And you've got the one set screw here. Mine have been rounded off by the previous owner. I've tried getting these off before and it's been a bit of a nightmare, so I've just smashed a big Torx socket into it and that done the job. And yeah, once you got that off, and then you can take the whole assembly off, and then you just got an 11mm nut up there for the brake line. I do have a special brake line spanner for that, so I don't end up rounding that and end up swearing a bunch and having to make a new brake line. So yeah, now I'm just going to whip this old stuff off, and then I'll show you me putting the new stuff all back on. So yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, now that I've got the brakes all buttoned up, I'm just going through the process of bleeding, and Ben's currently sat in the car, and yeah, you're going to watch me bleed it and hopefully not f*** up. So yeah, I've just got to fill the reservoir a little bit, because I don't know if you could see that, but it is below the max. It's on the minimum, so. So yeah, now I've got the system all bled, hopefully. I'm just going to put the wheels back on and take it for a quick drive back and forth, see if it's stopping alright, and then I can take it for a quick test drive around the block. And hopefully all will be good. Yo! Yeah, this is now a week in the future since I have done my brake upgrade on the E46. Yeah, I went from the standard 318 brakes, which were small, tiny little things, to bigger 330 brakes. Yeah, I went from the tiny brakes that I had to the bigger 330 ones that I have on now, and I've been driving it for a week. I commute to and from work in this currently, as the daily's got an issue with it. But yeah, I've got to say, this, if you've got a standard 46 that isn't a 330 or anything up there, if it's like a 316, 318, any of that stuff, I'd recommend doing the 330 brake upgrade, whether it's 330i, 330d, doesn't really matter. I'm not sure if one gets bigger than the other, but either way, they're still bigger than the ones that I had on it, as they were really small. You press the brake pedal and it felt quite spongy, whereas now it's quite a lot harder and it brakes a lot sharper, so you have to use a lot less brake pedal to stop. I do in the future, I do have a plan to get a braided clutch line, and whether I leave it as the standard DOT4 fluid that's in it, or I go to some higher fluid like 5.1 or something like that, just to give it that harder brake pedal, so if I do ever take this to a track or something, it's got that already done to it, because it's got bigger front brakes now already. It's got stainless lines all round now, so yeah, the last thing to do would be put a stainless line on the gearbox, do a clutch delay, valve delete, and then re-bleed the entire system either with the DOT4 or with new 5.1 fluid, so that it's then had a full refresh, fully bled, and then I shouldn't ever really need to do it again, theoretically. So yeah, I've basically just had a week of bedding in the new brakes and stuff like that, because Tom sold me it with new discs and pads on it, as you would have seen. I would have told you that already. And yeah, it is a worthwhile upgrade. I mean, the M3 ones is good and all, but they're like 300 odd quid, 200-300 quid, and I didn't really have that. I would have saved to get that, but then the amount it costs to get new discs and pads every time, it costs about the same as what it would do for a full brake kit, or for a full like standard M3 brake kit. So I was like, I may as well just go 330, because then I'm paying basically the same for discs as what I was paying before, but they're bigger. And yeah, there's pros and cons to both, but I went for the cheaper alternative purely because it's bigger than what I have on anyway, and it stops a hell of a lot better than it did, probably because it still had old fluid in the front, but yeah, it stops a hell of a lot better than it did. It just gives the car a better feel. Yeah, it gives for a better driving experience, because you feel more in control, rather than you're driving along, you press the pedal, nothing happens for a brief second or so, and then it starts slowing the car down eventually. That's not what I'm about. If I press the pedal, I want to know that it's there and working. So yeah, this is just a quick review, a week on of me having done the upgrade. I'll do a quick emergency stop. I'm currently doing 50. Yeah. that stop, that even caught me off guard, to be fairly honest. Yeah, if you like what I see, leave a like, comment, let me know any modifications or anything you want to see me do to the car, or if you want any more of me, like if you want vlog style stuff where I go around, hang out with my mates and do stuff to their cars, because they've got their own projects going on. So yeah, if you want to see anything like that, let me know. Yeah, as always, stay positive. Everyone will make it through this. Everyone's having as difficult a time as everyone else, but yeah, keep your head up. need to, do skids.
Deja vu, I just been in this place before. Higher on the street and the noise went a little low. And the search of me. Nice.
Yeah. Because that road was that bumpy, the whole car actually bottomed out. You gotta love a car that puts a smile on your face. Yeah, like, subscribe, all that stuff, and I will see you guys in the next one.